Hey, so I know we know each other, but if you were to introduce yourself to a stranger and what you do for SLTX Capital and a little bit about SLTX Capital, how would you do it?
So my name is Ali Momin. I've been in the hotel industry for about 22 years. So we formed SLTX Capital early this year in 2024. Uh, my partner and I, Naveed, uh, we hit it off pretty well. We're family friends for many, many years, and we decided let's create a force in the industry and work together to do some excellent projects that we have, that are coming up in line. So we joined hands together.
What kind of projects, I guess, would you say SLTX focuses on, and what's their investment thesis?
Yeah. So I mean, we're open to all. We're doing ground up construction, high rise construction, leisure markets, urban markets. We do adaptive reuse as well, especially in the historic conversions for beneficial of doing historic conversions for tax credits. But we're looking forward to looking at the select service market, extended stay market, luxury brands. So that's our focus and our visions there.
So I guess I've heard of acquisitions in hotel deals. That's kind of the simple one. What's a historic adaptive reuse project? What does that mean?
Well, that's typically like you take an old office building or residential building and you gut it out, you redo it into an hotel, and we focus on historic components on that because of the historic nature of it. It gives you a story,
Hmm.
of that building, and every historic hotel is unique to itself. So that being said, giving our guests uh, a story to tell, they're more wanting to stay at the hotel and compared to any other prototype. But every hotel is different, so we like doing historic projects. We have a couple in the pipeline that we're doing. So we're looking forward to doing many more.
Would you say that like what you're doing with SLTX on these projects are they pretty unique in the industry? Are they a kind of a trend that you're creating, a trend that you're setting as a firm that differentiates us from the rest of the other hotel developers out there in the space?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at what we have in our pipeline, we're doing a 17-story high-rise dual brand with a
You
grocery
said
store.
17 story? Oh,
17-story high-rise,
wow.
which is under construction, opening next year,
Where's that?
downtown Houston.
Okay.
And we're adding a component of a grocery store, it's like a mini Whole Foods on the first floor retail space. So that's a synergy between the extended stay guests
Hmm.
that we'll have as well as the apartments nearby. Houston downtown is lacking grocery stores, so we thought that would be a best fit as well.
So that's the new construction project.
That's correct.
Tell me a little about your experiences in what you talked about, the historic adaptive reuse types of developments in Houston that you've worked on.
Yeah, so we've done an A-loft in downtown Houston,
Hmm.
opened in 2016. It took us 18 months from demo to opening, which was pretty good. The benefits of there was, you got state, federal credits. We made a rooftop pool and bar, cutting a 1913 building and cutting a hole on the roof and making a pool and a bar was, a challenge, but we made it work, and it was an excellent project. We're happy to do that project. We're currently working on a Canopy by Hilton in downtown Houston as well, and that's also a historic project. So, yep, we're looking forward to moving on and many, many more historic deals coming in the future.
What's your favorite thing about doing a historic project, whether it's on the return side or on the strategy execution side? What's your favorite thing about it?
Every hotel is a challenge. If it's not a challenge, it's not exciting. So, doing a prototype, you can do it in your sleep. The part with the beauty of doing historic is you have fun developing those projects, and you want to make it into something that you visioned from the start. And getting to that point, and every project is unique. So, having doing historic projects for about last what 6 7 years. I think it's going to be great to focus on doing many more because that's my interest. You know, getting a project at a discounted price and revamping it. You save on your overall cost development, and it returns on investment is excellent doing historic.
Are you from the Houston area, or
Yes, I'm out of Sugar Land, Texas.
does it feel a sense of satisfaction that SLTX projects get to graze the skyline of the city that you guys are from, that we're from?
Absolutely, yeah. This is in our backyard, so we've had projects here in Houston for over 20 plus years. We've seen the city grow, and now moving forward, we're diversifying in other parts of the country. Uh, so we're looking forward to doing that.
So a lot of your projects seem to be like some of the big ticket, bigger types of projects. They're not like the safe traditional prototype in a secondary or tertiary market or a suburb. Why is that? Why are you focused on big central business district areas?
You know, high barrier entry markets are what we like.
Hmm.
Urban schemes, the value of the real estate is much better. So our vision is to get into long term, long hold investments as well. So sticking into an urban area uh, that has convention business, leisure business, sporting events, corporate business, state, city, government business. So that gives a high demand in urban markets where we feel that it's beneficial to invest into the urban areas.
So, in like other words, diverse demand generators at a high population density. Because you just mentioned things like convention centers, sporting events, big ticket like events that your normal neighborhood or suburban area may not experience. And I think that's what SLTX is about. I think that's what we bring to the table and what we differentiate our expertise on as far as other developers in the space are concerned. And so I think that's a really great strategy.
Yeah, very good.
What about acquisitions? What's your strategy on acquisitions? How do you find value in that? Because it seems like you create value through taking something that's abandoned, old, and turn it into something nice. How do you find value in acquisitions?
Yeah,
What's your
well, I mean,
strategy?
so not only historic, but we're out in the market looking for properties that are either mismanaged or hurting and financially distressed. We're looking up to picking them at a discounted rate, renovating it, bringing it to life, and our management team would increase the revenue and outperform the market. You know,
Hmm.
that's our vision to do projects in the future.
So if I'm an investor in one of your projects, what I guess differentiates your space, our space, the industry, versus let's say a different asset class? Or why should they invest in hotels? Why should an investor invest in a hotel?
Well, I mean, not everybody's familiar with hospitality investment, but it's an operational business, right? It's generating income from day one if you buy existing. But for us at SLTX Capital, we are knowledgeable in construction, pre-construction. Throughout the whole construction phase, we have boots on the ground. After opening, we're part of the management side too, as well. So,
Oh, so you guys are vertically integrated.
correct,
You do
absolutely.
everything from
In-house.
operations to pre-construction.
Absolutely. So we get involved in the pre-construction phase, construction phase, and operation phase of the hotel once it opens. So we want to bring that type of knowledge and keep each project as it's your own.
I think that's attractive to an investor coming into one of your projects. If you manage all aspects of it, I
Yeah.
think that's attractive. We don't outsource any portion of the project to
No,
anybody. We
we
keep it
don't.
in house.
Yeah, we don't do third-party management companies. We keep it in house.
I
Yeah.
think that's a reason for investors to invest in our projects.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what your role is at SLTX Capital. What's your focus, and what would you say is your position?
So my position in SLTX Capital is finding the right projects to do,
Hmm.
invest in, getting into the preliminary pre-construction phase, purchasing the asset, of course, or land or real estate, and convert, and having a vision with what brand would work. So we do all the brainstorming, all the due diligence on the front end, And then we work through with selecting a GC, getting a contractor on board, working with architects through the whole design phase. And then we start construction. And our goal is to be on weekly calls with all our GCs, our architects, and our project managers, and work through that whole process for the whole, could say 18 months. Some projects may take 2 years. For example, the downtown dual brand. So, um, our goal is to, after construction, we also work with getting the ramp up the business with the team, and have it in a cruise control type of format.
Wow. What's your favorite thing about this upcoming dual brand project in downtown Houston? Because it sounds like a behemoth of a project. Like it
Oh
looks
yeah,
big.
yeah. It's from acquiring the dirt, and having construction started last year in October and opening October 2025. It's going to be a 4-year project. It's one item that I've always wanted to do is a high-rise ground-up development in a downtown market as well. We have done historic adaptive reuse, but we will always want to do something that we can keep for a long term.
That's exciting.
Yeah.